I never used improv as a tool in a rehearsal process. I have used viewpoints, which is an improv-based tool and technique, and I really love that style of creating art, the ensemble-generated process. For me, this specifically has been really wonderful because there's always a point in the process when you're like learning the blocking, and you're learning your lines, and you're going through this stuff, and you're just kind of going through the motions sometimes, right? By integrating the improv, I found that as an actor, because it's based on freedom, there's no wrong. You're just saying yes, you're trying things, you're granted the possibility of everything. So with that mentality every day, even with working through like the blocking and the lines, it's always an opportunity for freedom. And so I found that moment, for me, that moment of I'm free, really early, which is great because it allows me to make big, bold choices. It allows me to play, to risk, to fuck. Can I say fuck? It allows me to fuck up. And I think it makes us all feel, it gives us great ownership of the piece as a community, as an ensemble, and I really, really value that. And I would love to work like this all the time. I wish, I wish every process was like this, and I think, it's given me great tools for when I'm in other processes to choose freedom, to choose playfulness, to choose yes ands. I think what really struck me about the dramaturgy that we received and learning about refugees and the IDP situation is that I didn't know that there were internally displaced peoples. I didn't know that that existed, and I didn't know what kind of hardships and how disadvantaged they were. And I think that sense of a refugee camp being no refuge at all sometimes really has affected me very deeply, especially with the story we're telling in our modern piece. That in here may not be as safe as we need it to be from out there. So, that really was my big moment of, holy shit, there's a lot about the world I don't know. And I think coming out of this process, what I'm going to take away is that after the refugee camp, these people go on living their life, and they're a disparate people. There's no sense of, how they come, maybe they come to the States, maybe they go to the UK, maybe they go back to their homeland. Where is their community? Where is their identity? And what I'm interested right now, what I've been thinking a lot about is children who are brought up at a very young age in that setting. What happens to them? What is their sense of home? And how does a family community rebuild after that? I'm really kind of big on it's not our job to give answers at all, but just to raise, put things out there in the world. And here's a question for you. Maybe it makes people start thinking or reevaluating their ideas. I mean, I know for me, it just opened a whole world of truths and things that I didn't have any access to in my own, I live in Chicago, I'm an actor world, and there's a lot of information out there. So I would hope that, in our program we have, go to these sites and visit to learn more, and that we just, give people opportunities after they're maybe touched on an emotional, personal level to then what do you do with that? I don't know what they're going to do with it, but maybe they'll have some resources and they'll know, hey, I saw this great show, it was really moving, and then maybe they have, an option to act if they want, or to learn more. And then artistically, just that, you know, a small, really small theater company knew young people can create something that I feel is really powerful and really interesting. It's a really, really stellar process because it's really fulfilling artistically to me. So I hope that, you know, they walk away feeling artistically fulfilled as well.